Beautiful music, painting pictures, this be my vision. They gon' love me for my ambition. Easy to dream a dream, though it's harder to live it. Look, they gon' love me for my ambition. Beautiful music, painting pictures, this be my vision. They gon' love me for my ambition.
Greatness Was When is a project that I created in 2003. It was pretty much created for sports collectors, people who love monumental moments in sports. It's really what it's all about. You see a great moment, you're like, man, I wish I could recapture that moment, but you don't know how. People, get sports jackets with just the team. So I wanted to bring a new concept where, you can remember the moment, the actual moment or player. And it really just hits home with me because I remember being a young kid and watching old videos with my dad and old VHS tapes of just great games, and he would tape entire series of sporting events, all the way to game sevens and things like that, and I would watch them over and over with him, and I guess that was kind of the blueprint to bringing me to this point and creating these pieces of canvas in an artistic way. The images that I get for Greatness Was When are pretty much taken from real pictures, and that's what allows us to create it more so because you see the fine detail in every little thing. You might see a specific muscle that you're like, wow, how did you get that? And that's what we really like. We really take the time to go in and analyze each picture and really break it down to get as much detail in it as we possibly can to allow it to look as lifelike as possible. And that's really what we want. When you're doing a painting, it's a lot easier to do that because you have different strokes, you have different pens or different brushes that you can use. When you're doing something and creating it the way that we're creating it, when you have to use fabric, you have to be very precise with what you're doing and very skilled at getting the right angle on the fabric and making sure that it sits right properly on another piece of fabric and making sure that when you stitch it, it comes out properly. So it does take a lot of work and it takes a lot of time to really get this done, but what we put into it is what you get out of it as a fan and a collector of Greatness Was When.
Easy to dream a dream, though it's harder to live it. Look, they gon' love me for my ambition.